Hey, salute to all the Patreon members. I want to thank you guys for your support and your contributions made to the platform. It really means a lot to me. If you guys could do me a favor, even all the new viewers, take a look at the links that I have in the description box below. Check that out. I have a link for the Patreon page. I just uploaded a new video yesterday. If you could be so kind to check that out, that'll be great. Facebook page is in the link in the description box below. If you could be so kind as to check that out, then please do so. All right. We have other like minded brothers on there that are sharing their stories, their experiences, their pictures, articles, videos, you name it. All right. I want to make sure my sound is good because I'm about to play this video, and it seems like on StreamYard, you can't tell if your you really can't tell if the video that you're playing in the background on your live is actually playing if the audience can hear it. And one of the most annoying things is like when you have people watching, tuning in, right? And you're asking if they could hear and nobody says anything. All right. So once I start playing this video, I'm just going to double check on my end to make sure the audio is good. Matter of fact, let me play it right now. Let me play it right now. Hold on. One second. He's so lame, it's not even funny. So we're texting and everything, and he's trying to FaceTime me. He's trying to FaceTime me because he's trying to show me, like trying to hurt my feelings. He's trying to show me the girls that he been, I guess. Okay, so for whatever reason, the audio's not picking up. The audio's not even picking up on my headset for whatever reason. I'm probably gonna have to use another screen sharing platform because for whatever reason this ain't playing. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna play it from the speaker of my headset and let you guys wait a minute. He's so lame, it's not even funny. So we're texting and everything, and he's trying to FaceTime me. He's trying to FaceTime me because he's trying to show me, like trying to hurt my feelings. He's trying to show me the girls that he been, I guess, talking to. At the end of the day, he must not be that good. He was blowing up my phone all weekend. All weekend he was blowing up my phone. I blocked you. I blocked you. Even though I know you was texting for that, and I was like, I bet. I didn't want to go to. Okay, so for whatever reason, the audio just saying, "Oh my god, how am I gonna do this?" I'm just gonna have to play it loud enough so the microphone can pick it up. All right, so bear with me. I apologize, but I'm just gonna have to use a different platform because I don't know why the audio doesn't play from my computer. Um, Maybe I need an audio interface set up because whenever I have the audio interface, it plays it through the interface, which is sets up a driver on the computer. It acts like a driver on the computer, so all the audio's coming through there, and then you could put the interface as the speaker. But on a headset, you really can't do that. So bear with me. All right. So I know what to do now. I'm gonna just have to put the microphone up to the headset. So what I want to talk about today, man, is respect your partner in and out the home, right? Respect your partner at home and in public. I don't have a popular take on this subject matter right here. I know from what I've been hearing, from what I've been seeing, especially coming from the ladies, it's going to be a very unpopular opinion. All right. I've been seeing this all over the social media platforms. And, I want to give my perspective on it, not a different perspective, but just my perspective on it. Okay. So, first and foremost, man, a lot of women are upset that no matter how much they change, no matter how modern they are, men traditionally still view women in a certain mindset, even if they didn't live in those times, right? A lot of men really haven't changed, no matter how goofy, no matter if they rap, they got tattoos on their face. They kind of look at their woman as the same. All right. I don't know why this woman got on the internet. I can't even call her a woman. I don't know why this female got on the internet and said what she said. It came out and expect people to really show sympathy for it, because what do you expect? All right. When somebody talks like this, and she's been talking like this before she even met Offset, when somebody talks like this, carry themselves like this, dresses the way they do, gets fake body parts, fake hair, I don't know what you expect to attract. I don't know why you think that you're going to attract somebody loyal, faithful, God fearing. All right. Because the way you're talking about your husband, ex husband, soon to be ex husband, whatever, I'm pretty sure you talk to this person behind closed doors. I'm just going to take a guess. You probably talk to this person behind closed doors like that whenever there's a disagreement. Whenever there's a disagreement and you talk like that, right? Men will feel disrespected, even if they're not talking to you like that. And I'm not saying that all men don't talk to the women back like that if they're speaking like that, or they don't initiate words and foul language like that at their woman, and their women don't, right? But now it's kind of like at the same time, it's his fault, right? You knew who she was before you got with her, and then you married her and you had 3 kids with her. But I don't know what women expect to attract when you look like this, you carry yourself like this, and you talk like this. And you talk like this when you're happy. You talk like this when you're mad. You talking about your coochie. You talking about F you, using the N word. I don't know what you expect to attract, right? You got what it is. You got who you are, right? Water seeks at its own level. You put out trash, you're gonna attract trash. It is what it is. Sometimes opposites attract, but most of the time you attract exactly who you are. All right. Now I want to give a story about something that I just saw yesterday, actually last night, and it's in pertaining to this topic right here. But let me play this video. Hopefully you guys can hear it. I'm gonna put the microphone up to the speaker. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear it. And I'm gonna stop and pause and break it down. Hold on.
Oh, let me tell you, this is such a fucking lame. He's so lame, it's not even funny. So we're texting and everything, and he's trying to FaceTime me.
First and foremost, man, um, I from what I've seen in the past, it seemed like Offset, uh, he cheated on this lady, and they were going through a breakup. It was kind of publicized as to what he did, but she didn't really get on live and really talk about him. I don't really follow her like that, but now you're coming out talking about this person. You can't call somebody a lame if you got married to this person and had 3 kids with him. If you got married to a lame, if you think somebody's that lame, and then you got to run to the internet about this person, I would have to agree with Offset. He was like, "Look, I got 3 kids with you. I won." Is that something lame to say to somebody, especially on a public platform? Yes, but like I said earlier, water seeks at its own level. You're no different from this person, because you can't say, "Well, I'm not the lame," when you married somebody, had 3 kids by them, and then call them the lame. That makes no sense. All right. If I see somebody and they're lame, I stay away from them. I don't associate with them. I don't give my number to them. I tell them I'm not giving you my number. Right. If I'm with a female and I feel she's lame, you know, you don't have to be a lame to get away from somebody. You could just be like, hey, we're just two different people. Right. But when you call somebody a lame and you already have 3 kids with them and you're married to them, right? That's the pot calling the kettle black right there. Let's continue. Hold on.
He's trying to FaceTime me because he's trying to show me, like trying to hurt my feelings. He's trying to show me the girls that he been, I guess, fucking or talking to, and it's that I don't care.
Okay, I got this video from 9Mag TV, and the reason why is because this is the only video I could find that's edited. I didn't want to play, her N-word usage and everything on here. I didn't want to play all that. I was trying to find an edited version of this, and salute to 9Mag TV. Um, so this is the only one I could find. Hopefully, it's okay for me to use this.
Or talking to, and it's that I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, he must not be that good that you was blowing up my phone all weekend. All weekend, you was blowing up my phone. I blocked you. Even though I know you was gonna go to Atlanta, and I was like, I didn't want to know what you was doing out there. I told you I blocked. You was calling me all private numbers all morning. You was calling my mama, everything. So it's like you trying to show me, trying to get me mad. Like, oh, let me show you the bitches on. Let me show you the bitches in my DMs. I'm gonna hurt her feelings. I don't care. I don't care. That must not be hitting. That you still calling my shit. Trying to get your lick back. Trying to do your big lick back.
Okay, so she keep on saying that they coochie must not be hidden because you're trying to get your lick back. This is what I want to tell everybody right now. And this is why the title said respect your partner at home and in public. I'm only seeing what's being showed in public. But like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure that the way she's talking right now, she probably talked to him like that behind closed doors when there's just a disagreement, right? You probably talk to this person like that when there's a disagreement behind closed doors. And let me tell you, when you disrespect, and it's at the end of the day, it's Offset's fault for you marrying somebody like this in the first place. But at the end of the day, when you're dealing with a male or a man, some men, they act differently. They respond differently to disrespect. All right. They either respect it or check it. Okay. You got some guys, when a woman's talking like this and there's a disagreement and it's like, damn, it's not even a big deal, but she talking crazy to me like this. A man will say, hey, man, you know what? It is what it is. That's just her. Let me just let her cool off or whatever and leave it alone. You got some men that are passive like that. You got some men that will will check it. Like, hey, man, hey, don't use that language with me. Don't talk loud with me. Watch your tone, right? And if they say F you, I can speak however I want, then that's the end of the situationship right there. I remove myself. Some men, they'll remove themselves for women who are disrespectful like that. You got some men, they'll try to check it. And when a woman says, I don't give a F, I can speak to you however I want, then they become passive. They be like, hey, man, or they'll start doing this back and forth with them. I'm like, okay, damn, she talking to me like this. I'll talk to her like this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to step it up a notch, which is something you don't do, right? You try to one up the woman who's talking to you like that. It never goes good. It's best to walk away. You got some guys, they'll one up a woman, they'll overtalk her, they'll yell at her, right? They'll even put hands on women like this to try to keep them in check. And that is something I don't advise. I'm just talking about what's out there. Then you have some guys, you got the others, right? You got some guys, when a woman's talking to them like this and they're cursing them out over a disagreement at home and she's talking to them like this, you know what they do? Some guys will just be like, hey, you know what? Man, I'm tired of this. I'm going to get even on my own terms. And they go out and they sleep with other women. Right? They go out and they one up women by sleeping with other women. because you're too far deep into the relationship, or you're too obsessed with this person sexually. You're too emotionally connected. You're not really strong enough to let this person go yet. Even though they're not right for you, they piss you off, they talk crazy to you, they disrespect you. It's you go and one up over this woman on their own terms. I'm kind of reading in between the lines. She said you try to get your lick back. Nah, it ain't about him getting your lick back. Get him getting his lick back from you possibly sleeping with somebody while you was pregnant with this dude's baby. He probably trying to get his lick back from how you spoke to him the first time you were pregnant, right? When y'all was in the dating phase, when y'all moved in with each other, when y'all got a house with each other. There are some people, they hold grudges. Instead of letting somebody go, they hold grudges and they go and one up women on their own terms. And you know what? There's just some guys, they just like to mess around with other women. But my guess right here is, man, when you dealing with somebody like this, like a man is only going to deal with it one of three ways. They'll be passive. They'll be, they'll defend themselves and be the aggressor, or they'll defend themselves and walk away, or they go one up on you. And one of the ways to one up a woman in this situation, if you're not strong enough to let her go, is to go mess around with other women. Let's go back and play this video right here. Hold on.
And them bitches is lame too. You wanna know why? Because you gotta them bitches in order to get your ego to feel. I'm too much. I'm too much woman for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm too much of a boss bitch for you, and I always been too good for you.
No, 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 no. Hold on. She said, I'm too woman for you. All right. I'm too much of a woman to you. I'm too much of a boss B for you. You know what that means? That means I'm way too masculine for you. Right. And then she goes on to say, I don't make you feel like the man around here in the house. I don't make you feel like that dude around here in the house. I don't make you feel like a king around here at the house. Well, why is that something to brag about? It ain't about money. There's women all over the country that's taking care of men. Like most women, they get with dudes who's making less than them already. Like I looked at both of their networks. I think it said what net worth, excuse me. I think it said she's worth says she's worth about 80 million. Offset, he's worth like 20 something million. Dude, like, do I think y'all have that in y'all bank account? No. Right? Especially she only put out one album. She got some features. Uh, Offset, he's part of a legendary group. And he's been doing his thing on the features. He was just on that Gunna album that came out not too long ago. Killed that feature. Proud of them. I love that feature. Right? So looking up somebody's net worth is smoke and mirrors. Only she knows how much he probably has. He knows how much she has. Do I think she might have a little bit more? Sure, because she has a much stronger social media presence. But I don't think like there's something that you're trying to obtain that he can't pay for. Right? I don't think that's something that he's trying to obtain that you can't pay for. I still think like, the dollar amount might be a little bit off, but how much I don't think y'all both trying to buy super yachts and skyscrapers. Y'all buying jewelry, y'all got a home, you can get the cars you want, you can get the clothes you want, right? There ain't really nothing y'all trying to obtain that y'all want that y'all can't buy, that both of y'all can't buy, right? So it has nothing to do with money or status. All right. It has nothing to do with that. To me, I just think this woman is real masculine. The way she talks and carries herself, she's like, I don't make you feel like the man around here. And that's modern women for you. So Offset got himself into a modern relationship with a modern woman, and it's frustrating because it's like, where can I be a man at? Right? When there's a disagreement, it's not that I want her to be on my side. It's not that I want her to do everything that I say. No, it's just I would like for her to see where I'm coming from, and then once we talk things out, there's some things I can see where she's coming from, but don't talk to me like you one of my ops. You know what I'm saying? She got on live and talked to this man like she was an op, right? And if you talking to your man like you an op to him in your own household, like you an opponent, then like I said earlier, they're gonna do one of 3 to 5 things. All right, every single time. Do not see, and I heard somebody say this before. Number one, you don't want to try to challenge a man sexually, right? But I'm gonna say this, man. Do not challenge a man aggressively. Do not challenge a man's masculinity, right? But at the same time, this is Offset's fault. You chose a woman like that. You didn't choose. This ain't Yolanda Adams we talking about here. All right. You knew what came with this. It just came to a point where it was directed at you. That's how I truly feel. I truly feel this man's ego is hurt because of the way she talks to him at home. And it has nothing to do with money, status. Man, this has everything to do with, just how she is as a person, how she is when she gets upset, how she is when there's a disagreement, how she is when it comes to raising kids, right? How she is when she's emotional, vulnerable, during pregnancy. How did you talk to this person when you were going through your ups and downs during pregnancy, that emotional roller coaster, postpartum? How are you talking to this person at home will determine how they're going to carry themselves out in the street. Because this is a man with money. This ain't some man with a 9 to 5, and it's like, damn, what can I do? I just can't, you know, I I can't really go anywhere. The only place I can go back is my mama's house. Like, if something were to happen and she divorced me, she'll take everything, and I have to go back to my mama's house anyway. So I can only go to my side chick's house or my mama's house to get away from this person who's just been an absolute thorn in my side, you know, after having a couple of kids. Because you start to see that, on the just in civilian life, right? I noticed once because a lot of women they want to have at least 2 kids, right? We'll say 2 to 3. Once they get their 2 to 3 kids, that's when men see a totally different side of women. It's almost like, you lame to me now. I already got my kids, I already got what I wanted. I got the seed from you. That's all I wanted. Right. And then you got women who it's like, yeah, I got my kids now, so whatever. Right? This man has been doing the same stuff since you had your first child. But in your mind, you probably like, hey man, you know what? I want 3 kids. So once I have my kids, I'm still gonna continue to keep having kids by the church because I really want 3. They have their own goal, set goal, or a target they trying to obtain in their minds, and they use men for that, right? But hold on, let me continue. All right, 1 second.
I've been too good for anything that is associated to you. So you gotta other bitches to make yourself feel better. Because I make you feel so low about yourself.
Why? Oh, wait. Hold on. I want her to finish what she just said. Hold on.
I've been too good for anything that is associated to you. So you gotta other bitches to make yourself feel better. Because I make you feel so low about yourself. Because I don't make you feel like you're that in this home.
Why? Why? Like, but answer me this: why, in your mind, you feel like you don't make somebody that man at home? Why do you feel? Why is your attitude and your well-being make somebody feel low about themselves? Why do you brag about making your significant other feel low about themselves? Why? If a man bragged about, man, because I don't make you feel like you that woman in this house, you know, I make you feel low about yourself. Man, look, that sounds like a Tyler Perry movie right there. Is that really something to brag about? See, women, they're gonna back this up because women, there's a strong anti-man hatred out here in the dating market now, right? Women, some women, they don't even realize it. It's so ingrained in their DNA now that they could be with a guy they think they're happy with, and a man will approach them and be like, "Hey, you know what? You know, I don't like it when you do this. I take it personal. I feel like it's disrespectful." And a woman will brush it off and say, "All right, whatever, whatever," and they'll keep doing it. And then when you detach yourself from them, now it's kind of like, damn, like, then they get depressed and they're hurt behind that. But it's like, I've been telling you to stop doing this for so long. And you think it's funny, you think it's a game, but what is taught to women is, you know, F whatever he wants, F how he feels. Men ain't got no feelings, right? Men don't have no feelings. I make you feel low about yourself. Why is that something to brag about towards your husband? And then you telling millions of people in front of the world. Now, in so many ways, women can see that, okay, well, damn, she feels low about herself because he's out here cheating. But I'm telling you why some men cheat. I'm not saying all. I'm telling you why some men cheat. It's because a lot of times, man, when you're in a relationship, that's when women come up to you. I don't know what it is, the pheromones. I remember anytime I've been in a relationship, you know, I remember my ex, like everywhere I go, you know, women was just hitting on me left. I wouldn't say left and right. Women, but it was kind of out the norm. But it's like them pheromones or whatever it is that women see when you're pre-chosen. Women will come up to you no matter if you got a girl, whether they know it or not. For whatever reason, they could just feel that you're pre-chosen. As soon as you back on the dating scene, it slows down. All right. But you're with somebody, they see that, they're with queen feminism, right? The hip hop queen feminism, and they think she's that girl. So now your sex symbol grows, right? And you got people that throw themselves at you, not necessarily they want you, they'll throw themselves at you so they could brag about, oh, I was able to get Cardi B's husband, right? And then brag about it. You got women that knowing this man has a wife will try to pursue sexual intercourse with this person just to go back and DM the wife and be like, hey, I fucked your husband. So why would you try to sleep with him knowing that that's my husband, right? This is how, and she want to talk about lame. This is how lame a lot of women are nowadays, all right? But I'm going by her words. You said, this man, I make you feel low about yourself. I make you feel like you're nothing in this household. I don't make you feel like you're the man in that household. Man, if this man wasn't a cheater, right? I would advise this person to get therapy. I mean, even now being a cheater, I would advise this person to get therapy, and I advise this person like, hey man, you need to go ahead and break that up or try to work that out within your marriage. Because why would you be with somebody that makes you feel low, like you're nothing? If a man came out and said that about a woman, holy hell would be raised on earth by women coming out saying this about a woman. But it's okay if a woman says this about a man. Hold on.
So that's what you gotta do. So you out here trying to hurt my feelings because you fucking the next bitch. I don't give a because them hoes ain't good enough that I be having you crashing out all weekend. You was mad happy today when I called you today. And the only reason why I called you today is because I'm trying to change my son's school and I need your approval. Other than that, fuck you. I don't care. The world, my ops. I'm gonna fuck your ops. That's why I'm fucking your ops. Yeah, of course, because you don't move with integrity. You're not a street. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, I'm gonna go fuck your ops. Boo hoo. I don't give a. You can fuck my ops. You can fuck my friends. I don't give a shit. You're lame to me.
All right. So earlier she said that you were so happy that I called you because she said I'm trying to change my son's school and I needed your approval. She didn't say our son's school. You don't have kids with nobody else, right? And if you did have kids with somebody else, especially if the son was by somebody else, then you wouldn't need to call him. All your kids is with him. So you said, man, I had to call you to get approval to change my son's school. This is how it is, man. When you're in a relationship, a lot of women, they talk to you as if they're moving on their own, right? They could be somewhat happy with you. They will talk to you like they're moving on their own. My goals is this. I'm like, damn, that doesn't sound like couple goals. That sounds like your goals, right? Women, when they have kids by you, it's like, no, they're mine now, not yours. But it took me to make them. But with the assistance of the government and the court of public opinion, no, they are yours, right? Especially the public opinion, they'll say whoever, when it comes to the men, they'll say whoever the father is if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Even if she got rid of him and moved in a new man, and that new man has been around 3 years, they'll be like, no, it ain't Offset's kid. That's his kid right there. They say that about Russell Wilson. When somebody says, like, hey, that ain't Russell's son. No, it is his son. It is his son. The court of public opinion will tell, will just come out and say whoever the father is when they know exactly who the father is. Because you're not doing public photo ops, right? Because I'm not doing everything for the gram and I'm not posting what I'm doing with my kids, this, that, and the third all the time, they'll say you're a deadbeat father just because the stepdad is doing all that simple shit with your kids. But that's neither here nor there, right? This woman is moving as if, hey, this my kid, it ain't really yours. I mean, I respect you enough to call. Maybe it's the slip of the tongue. I don't know. I called to get approval for my son to switch schools. So the language don't even sound right. Right? Other than that, F you. I don't give a F. You can F my ops. And if he's saying that to her, once again, I'm not siding with him. It's wrong. You shouldn't have been dealing with a woman like this in the first place. This woman has been talking like this before y'all even got with each other. She's been talking crazy on the internet before you got with her. Marrying her and having kids with her ain't gonna humble nobody, especially if it got them to that point and they're making money off of it, right? You got with Latina trash who's spewing the N-word, right? And I'm not saying that I didn't say Latinas are trash. This person right here is trash. You got a Latina woman who spews the N-word, right? Cursing all the damn time, talking about a coochie, right? Saying everything ratchet under the sun to go viral on the internet. And you expect her to change behind closed doors once y'all together? And then when a woman still carries this attitude, this aggressive attitude, and you're over masculine inside the home, talking to somebody like this, they're like in their mind, it's like, damn, this person disrespects me so much, they want some get back. And some guys, I'm not saying all, some guys, they feel like get back is having sex with other women. Okay, damn. All right, she called me a bitch at home in front of our kids, but it's like, man, I went out and I went and had sex with so and so, right? Then things kind of pass over. Maybe some apologies are made on her part, and then y'all get back together. But in deep down inside, is like, all right, I forgive you, but I forgive you because I feel better about myself knowing that I went out and had sex with these women after I felt disrespected at home. Because, like you said, I don't make you feel like the man around here. I make you feel low about yourself. All right. Because you're making good money, it's like, dude, come on, like we both making good money. All right, you making a little bit more, but we both making good money. All right. All right. So I got $100, you got $150. Okay, and right now you a boss bitch. I'm like, all right, this ain't somebody that you pulled off the street. This ain't Jeff Bezos' ex-wife who went and married a school teacher. Right? This is somebody who's been on before you. Now, as a solo artist, is his presence that strong? It's just that much stronger, as a solo artist versus him being in a group. I don't think so. I don't think so. But I mean, you know, if him and Quavo they ever to come back together, man, that's a tour, that's a strong catalog right there. Their solo, his solo, both of them coming together. That's still money could be generated from that. A lot of money could be generated from that. They got classics. All right. So when women think like, okay, man, I'm making money now, I'm a boss bitch, and you still carrying yourself talking to somebody like that, then uh when disrespect is carried out behind closed doors, in my opinion, right? Certain men are gonna act, they're gonna carry it out a certain way. They're gonna get their get back in a certain way. I feel like the best thing you should do is to leave, but she talking about, you're telling her that I'm effing with your ops, I'm effing with your ops. Man, the reason why he's saying that is because the relationship in the marriage has gotten to a point. The disrespect has gotten so bad to a point. It's like, I hate this woman so much to a point where it's like, man, the women that hate you are coming after me and I'm willing to have sex with them because that's how much you've been disrespecting me. I want you to feel how much, when you call me this, you talk to me like this is how I'm going to come at you. And it's never an even playing field. It's just best to keep it moving. It's just best to keep it moving. Hold on. Let me play some more of this right here.
And you will never equate to me. And it's crazy.
You will never equate to me. Even though we got married, we got these kids. We're married. This is a business deal. We're on an equal playing field, right? But you'll never equate to me. Did you hear that? Are you saying that because you're mad, or do you really, really feel like that? Because some of the things she's saying, now the F you lame for what you did. I can understand that's a reaction, right? But saying, man, I make you feel low in this house. I don't make you feel like you're the man in this house, and you've never equated to me. Wow. I don't think that's something that she said or she's felt like just now. I'm pretty sure she's probably expressed that the entire time they've been together. Let's go.
That's one for me, ops. Yeah, of course, because you don't move with integrity. You're not a street. That's what you do. That's what you do. Oh, I'm gonna go your ops. Goo, boo hoo. I don't give a. You can my ops. You can my friends. I don't give a shit. You're a lame to me, and you will never equate to me. And it's crazy that I even let you. I even let you even play with me for such a long time because you're not even a real right for me. I make you look good. You. Look at the bitch I'm fucking. You. I don't care. Look at the bitches that I'm fucking. I'm a oh your ups. Matter of fact, oh look at this. I don't want to see it. So what? You was gonna fuck them anyways, nigga. All you gotta do is get fucking drunk. And them bitches gonna throw you that for 2,000. Bitches gotta survive out here. Bitches gotta survive out here. Now I'm a fuck them bitches. Now I'm a fuck bitches. Okay, you could do that. You was gonna do it regardless. You go to a club and you probably get drunk. You give them bitches 2,000. You was gonna fuck them regardless. Them hoes gotta survive. These hoes is hungry out here. We in a recession, baby.
We ain't in no recession. Stop it. We're not in a recession. In the words of Kevin Samuels, like we don't. the world wasn't designed for singles; it was designed for couples. So yeah, when you're trying to do everything yourself, yeah, it's tough. But as far as couples, couples are doing fine. All right. Somebody who has a man or a man who has a woman by them side, uh, they're doing okay. All right. Let me continue to play this. Hold on.
They gotta get paid. Do that. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I'm a watch what I'm gonna do to you. Watch what I'm a this, that, blah, 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 blah. You already done it all. You already done it all. You already done it all. You done it all. You done it all. You done it all. Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me. You done it all. So I don't care. I don't.
Be sure to like.
Okay, so I guess that's the end. Oh no. Hold on. He's just talking.
Subscribe.
Thank you for my kids, though. All three of them. I don't regret none of them. But I regret you. I don't regret my kids. You're good, daddy. You all right. I don't regret them. Not none of them. Not none of them. But you. I regret you. I'm too good for you. I always been too good for you. You know I'm too good for you. And I don't ever. I never even wanted to get on this social media because I don't want to turn off the next nigga off because this is not my type of shit. This is not my type of shit. I don't ever want the next to ever think that I'm a messy bitch. But you want to be a messy and do petty shit because you hurt? All right, we gonna do it then. Let's go lick for lick. Let's go round for.
Okay, so she said, I don't normally do this because I don't want to scare off the next guy. But I mean, she was using the N word. I don't want to scare off the next guy to make it seem like I'm messy. But F you, this is that and the third. No, no. That's what I find funny, right? Because you kind of somebody saying I'm too good for you, this is that and the third. And then it's like, well, F you, this is that and the third. And I don't want to turn off the next dude, because and the way you're disrespecting this person, right? Then you're gonna bring that out to the open market as a single woman with 3 kids, right? And then you talking about let's go lick for lick. And then you bragged about how there's ops that want to unalive you that are in my DMs that are trying to get with me. Why is that even something to brag about? And then she says, I don't want to have you unalived. It's like, and then you're bringing that on a dating market. So when a woman talks like that and carries himself like that, 3 kids in their 30s, right? Talking about your husband like that, you picked him, right? You chose him. You didn't say, hey, you know what? The way I carry myself or my come up and my starter or my rise to fame on Instagram, right? The way I was talking, the way I was cursing, the N-word usage, this is that and the third, all that's going to stop and I'm going to clean my image up, right? This wasn't after you cleaning your image. This was you continuing your image, and this is the best you can get. So, I agree. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. You don't get no higher than your baby daddy. Anybody who comes around you, it's almost like as if they're bragging that they smashing with Offset's ex-wife, right? Then something came up where he said that you messed around while y'all was pregnant, and then people trying to say and did on a tweet trying to connect to it. Man, I hope that's not true, right? But that don't surprise me because that's how a lot of women get down. There are women, there have been 2 women that were pregnant that try to come after me, right? While they were pregnant with somebody else's baby and they was upset at him at the moment. There's a lot of women who do that. They'll mess around and have sex with a guy when they're pregnant and the guy they're having sex with isn't the father of the kid, right? Which is very dangerous because you could be having sex with somebody who has an STD and you're passing that on to the child, right? You could be messing around with somebody who don't have an STD, who I'll just say ejaculates inside of you, and I don't know the inner workings of a vagina, especially when it's pregnant, but that's disgusting right there. That's disgusting. And just like the women he's messing around with, a lot of the guys, they want to brag about uh, having sex with so and so's, ex-wife or ex-work or whatever, right? And I don't like the whole stepdad blended family thing, because nobody's gonna raise your child the way you want that child to be raised. A lot of women, they bring around violent predators, right, around their kids. Not all the time, but a lot of women, they do that and they don't care. I've seen guys, right? I knew some guys growing up. There was this one person. I'm not gonna say his name. He was married to this woman, and he had a son and a daughter. Now the crazy thing about it was, like, the son and the daughter both looked like him, but I found out that the son wasn't his. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Now that I see it, the son resembles more of the mother than the father. And whenever he would invite me over for dinner to hang out or public outings, we were cool. Like, he was always going off on this boy, right? Pampering the little girl, spoiling the little girl, and that's his daughter. I get it, but he would talk real stern to the stepson. Like, I'd never seen him give him words of affirmation, or I'm not around them 24/7, but in front of me, I've never seen him show love to the stepson. He always showed love to the daughter. Um, I had another friend when I was growing up. He was like 10 years older than me. Um, I remember I used to go to his spot because he used to cut hair from his house, and we used to kick it. You know, we used to go to the clubs. But I mean, even when I was too young, I used to go to the club. We used to kick it on the west side, kick it on the south side, or whatever. Like, we were cool. And he got with a woman who had two boys. Then he had a girl with her. So the girl he was spoiling, but the boys, he was like very, very tough on them in front of us. And it was kind of uncomfortable, right? So now it's like, the way you talking about this man, the way you carrying yourself, the way you carried yourself from before, the music that you put out, the way you speak, talking about your coochie, F this, F that, using the N-word usage, you're not going to attract anything else. You're not going to attract. You're mad because you attracted who you were. And the way he responded to who you were, right? You openly said, I make you feel low. I don't make you feel like a man around here. You not on my level. We're not the same. I don't make you feel good. I make you feel low. I don't make you feel like the man in this house, since I don't do that, right? You got with somebody who's on a certain level of petty as you when his woman puts him down, right? When his woman puts him down, how do you talk to this person when y'all have a disagreement? When you're upset, when he does something not in the realm of cheating, but something that you don't like, right? You're not in the mood that day, you know, and he makes a joke, or he slaps you on your ass while you're cooking or whatever, while you're cleaning, and for whatever reason in that day, you're in a bad mood. What do you say? Do you say, hey, you know what, respectfully, I'm going through something right now. I just need some space in the house. Can you just give me a day or two to kind of get over it? Then we'll, just let me sit in the corner and relax. All right. Do you talk like that? Or is it F you, mother F, N word, B word, this, that, and the third? Mother, I said, yada, yada, yada. You BA and right in front of the kids. Do you talk like that? What you think I'm gonna do? As a man, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go fuck with some hoes then. She talking to me like this, talking to me like I ain't nothing. I'm gonna go fuck with some hoes then. That sounds like simple math to me.
But hey, I told you, leave me the alone. Bye.
Okay, so okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, so then on another live, I'm not gonna play that one. She talks about how, oh, I already said she was talking about how ops are in the DMs that don't like him just to have sex with her that want him unalived, right? And it got kind of demonic when she was like, all right, cool, bet. We could play that game. Let's play then. Let's play. Look, I don't care how many women out there pumping your head up, talking about, yeah, girl, get him. Yeah, let's see what you can do. You're not gonna win. You're not winning now, right? You just you didn't upgrade yourself when you got on the market. And you thinking, well, I am the upgrade because I got all this money, I got all this fame, everybody likes me, people are following me. No, the media, they don't care about your image, right? Your image is a it's a how do you want to call it? Your image is like a not a snuff film. What do they call that? Your image is a minstrel show of what low class ghetto black people are. That's what your image is. You're a minstrel show, right? And it's like, oh, okay. Whenever we have somebody who's non-black doing a minstrel show of black people, we'll pay them this much money, and blacks will sit around and like it and follow it and this, that, and the third. It's like we're putting this out there to insult you, and you're buying it hook, tooth, and sinker, right? So we're putting this minstrel show out there. You don't know that, hey, look, where some people who are putting money behind you are laughing at you, not really laughing with you. All right. You put yourself out there as a minstrel show. You got one of the goofiest guys out there. That's at best you can get, right? Because it's a representation of you. All right. Now you thinking about getting right back at the out in the dating market. Who knows this is even true? This might be all for show, right? Because it got a lot of hits. This might be all for show. It's been a show for a long time. Y'all been married for 7 years. I don't know when y'all first got together. Let's say y'all met a year or two prior to that. Y'all been together for almost a decade. Been married for 7 years. Certain things that go on in the media, that play out in the media, it ain't true. This type of talk and reaction got all the wide back single mothers where they needed to be, right? It got them where they needed to be, right? So their position and their arguments on the internet is solidified for life, right? It ain't going nowhere. Wide back single mothers, they're going to think about, they're going to do what wide back single mothers do, all right? But it empowers the single mothers, the wide backians out there. It empowers them. This type of shit, it empowers them. It gives them strength, right? So who knows? They might get back together and then, then she loses support because now they're angry. See, when you empower the wide backians, they support you heavy, right? They put money in your pocket. They go to your shows, right? You're going to probably make a record with Sexy Red, F My Baby Daddy Part 2. It's going to do it's going to go a bajillion times platinum, right? So this all might be a play. I don't know. But let's say it's real. You put yourself out there the way you are as a single mother of 3, and you're putting your children damn near in harm's way, right? When you go back out here. Then the things that you're saying about this dude, it's like, it's like you're crucifying and letting this person drown out here because he cheated, right? You couldn't just file a divorce. I mean, you filed like 2 or 3 times. You filed recently, then you took it away, right? Why don't you just pull the trigger this time and stop getting on the internet complaining? Because doing this, the way you talking about this man, it's only going to attract a certain caliber of man. You've only been able to attract a certain caliber of man this whole entire time, right? I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast. Melissa Ford talking about I don't think y'all understand, the access that Cardi B could have, the cachet and this, that, and the third, the type of guy that she can put. No, right? No, she cannot. No, she can't, right? You could probably have sex with a certain type of guy, but it's like, this ain't even worth the fun right here. A woman who talks like that in the past have openly admitted to drugging men and robbing them, doing what the Brazilian women do down in Brazil, right? Drugging men, robbing them, all this fentanyl that's out here in the streets. Like, that ain't nobody of a certain caliber in the upper echelons, middle class to high class. And you know what? Let's put it this way. You can only talk about a man with money, right? Because yeah, a man with money might hit it, but that don't mean that their mindset is somebody with class, somebody with integrity that you bragging about on the live stream, right? That just, anybody can have money. Idiot can have money. Hell, you got money. You got money. So that just proves my point. Running to the internet over what somebody did to you, but you're openly admitting to making them feel low, making them feel down about themselves all the time, making them not feel like they're the man of the household. Look, what do you expect a man to do? Right? They could only do one of a couple things. They could stay and deal with it. They could check it. And if there's resistance to it, they're going to fight back with either more force or they're just going to step out and have sex with other women if they can't emotionally let go, right? Nobody sees that side of the game. Nobody sees. I mean, I've been in plenty of relationships where a woman talked to me, disrespectful. I remember one time, and I'm not proud of this. I dated this one chick with a kid, right? She had a daughter. I dated this one chick who had a kid, and I was laying on the floor. I was laying with my stomach on the floor, looking at something on the iPad, and then she came and sat on my back. And I was like, "Oh, can you please get off my back?" Like, I was serious, right? But women, when we're serious about something and something doesn't feel right or it hurts us, whether it be emotionally or physically, and we say something, women don't give a shit, right? Women don't give a shit. That's the abuse, right? So this woman sat on my back. I was seriously like, "Hey," and it's like she kind of put all her force on. I'm like, "Hey, can you not do that? Can you please get up off me, please? Like, that doesn't feel good. Please get up off me." And she was like, "You're such a bitch." And she said this in front of her daughter. That pissed me off. That really pissed me off. And, long story short, we're not together to this day. I mean, the relationship didn't last that long, but that's not even something to play about in front of me, especially in front of your daughter, because as they grow up, it's like they'll mimic what you just said to me in front of your daughter, right? And I was very young when this happened, so I did all that so you don't have to do this. But women, they say a lot of slick shit in a relationship, and they think it's funny. And when you're like, "Hey, can you please not do that? Stop talking to me this way. Don't do this. Don't say it like this." Not every little thing, but they know when they're being slick, right? And what do most women do? They just brush it off. I'm like, "All right, whatever. You soft. You a bitch. This is and the third." What happens, right? What happens? How did I react with that? I was pissed. All right, I was pissed. Did I raise my voice? Sure, I raised my voice because you disrespected me and you called me out of my name, and I don't find that funny. I don't call you out of your name like that. I don't find that funny. I think you did this in front of your child. So they think it's okay to talk to me like this. So there's some guys who look, wash my hands, keep it moving, uh, check it, and hopefully you get a positive response. You get a negative response. Some guys, they say, hey, you know what? Either I'm leaving or I'm not gonna think twice when I'm stepping out here. And I was in a situation kind of like what Cardi B's talking about, where this chick's friends was trying to get with me, was trying to have sex with me. Right? I didn't mess around with none of her friends. I didn't mess around with nobody when I was with her. Did I have conversations with women I shouldn't have had? Sure. But it's like when you go through that much, some guys, it's like, damn, like, we sharing bills with each other, and then you're going to talk to me like this. And I don't talk to you that way. I don't treat you that way. So when you got somebody with money, it's not like, when they're frustrated at home because they're being disrespected, it's like, man, I have nowhere to go. I'm going to just go to my friend's house. No, this person has multiple places he can go. He can travel around the world. She was talking about how he went to Atlanta. Yeah, I got money. I could go to Atlanta and be like, all right, disrespecting me at home. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to Paris. I'm going to Germany. I'm going to Thailand. You're not dealing with somebody who the only place he has to go to is a mama's house. And that's why a lot of women get with guys. She bragging like how I make you feel low about it. So I'm glad she openly said that, because that's who most women get with. Somebody to make them feel low about themselves. But this person got money. See, Pookie and Ray Ray, it's easy to make them feel low about themselves because they don't have that many places to go. They don't have that many places to go. And when they do try to go to certain places, right, they can call somebody's parole officer. Well, he ain't here. So my thing is this. She got, which most women like to get, somebody they feel like they can control and make them feel low about themselves. Just somebody who's a baby maker, right? But then you got somebody with money. And then this man, when the disrespect is at an all-time high in the household, or you calling me out my name, talking crazy, man, I got money. I could go anywhere in this world and get away from you and go have the time of my life. So I'm not, I think both of them, look, you got who you are. This woman right here, she got who she is, and she's upset about it. Women don't see that part of the game, right? This man, Offset, right? You got with trash, and now you're paying for it. That you are too emotionally connected to it. It's hard. I know exactly how it feels when it's hard to let go. It's like I should have let go a long time ago, but now I am. And then you're 3 kids in and a marriage in. I get it. I get it sometimes, right? But you shouldn't have entertained a woman like that in the first place. Quavo ain't going through what you going through. So they kind of both got with their version of themselves. They shouldn't have been with somebody like this if they didn't want to go through this, right? And now you're putting it on social media. This is trash from top to bottom. I don't feel sorry for not nail one of them, right? But nobody's going to take this and look at the message behind this. You got to represent and respect your partner in the home and outside the home. See, the respect wasn't really given inside the home from the gate, and you're bragging about it. Therefore, when you step out, some guys will be like, hey, if I'm not getting respect at home and I'm not feeling like a man at home, where am I going to feel like a man at? And some guys, they don't really know how to leave or when to leave, right? Some guys, most they wait for the women to initiate the breakup. Sounds like this is a couple who's in and out of their marriage. They go through ups and downs all the time, and his way to release and escape is to, when they're separated or things are going on, to have sex with other women. All right. But I want to tell you about, I'm at this hotel right now. I'm not going to say which one or where. Last week I was at the same hotel. I checked in on the same day as last week, right? I did not know that this woman who worked at the front desk was part-time. So I met her last week and she was looking good. All right. She was from Peru. She was from Peru. But I don't, women who work a job who's showing good customer service, I don't hit on them. I don't think that they like me. I'm one of these guys, like, if a woman likes me, she's gonna have to spell it out for me, right? You're gonna have to make a bold move for me to think that you like me if you're trying to put me on notice, right? Other than that, I just take it as friendly conversation. So she's kind of telling me a little bit about her background. She's from Peru. Like, think of, I don't want to say a Selma Hayek because that's too far up there. But let's say, I don't know what rating you give Selma Hayek, but you know, um, whatever rating you give Selma Hayek's face, I'll probably bring it down about 2 points. That's who's working at this front desk over here. All right. So I'm having a conversation while she's checking me in, but she's carrying on the conversation. She was just like, yeah, I came out here a couple years ago. I was living in Vancouver. I'm from Peru, but Vancouver is just too expensive. I'm like, too expensive? She was like, yeah, it's too expensive. I'm like, I mean, that's one of the nicest places to live. Like, yeah, but the cost of living. I was like, seem like you need to get yourself a rich husband. She was like, yes, I really do. And I'm like, okay. So when I said that, I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's not married, but at the same time, if you came up here from Peru, Canada and America, they don't let migrants come in single. Not lately. They want people with families to come up here. So I'm like, she just might have a husband. But I let her keep talking. All right. So the first time I met her, from Peru, lived in Vancouver, too expensive, needs a rich husband, came over here, and then she's telling me more about herself, right? And I just cut the conversation and I go up to my room. Last night when I came in, I checked in, she was here. And then she was like, she's telling me her schedule, like, yeah, I'm only here on Sundays and I work from this time to this time. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even ask that. But, we're just having a friendly conversation. And then she's telling me how, like, it's just so hard. Like, I work 2 jobs and I get no help. I get no help. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what do you mean? I got 2 kids. I'm like, oh, you do. How old are they? I think she said they were like 2 and 4 or 3 and 5, something like that. I'm like, this is when the talk comes. This type of language and this type of talk comes when women have about 2 kids, however many kids they want, right? Most of the time, some women out there, they just want one. Some women, they want 2. Now that she has her 2 kids and she's in a Western country and she has her citizenship or her permanent residency and she has an open work permit and she can work here, there, get 2 jobs or whatever. Now it's like you opening up and venting to every man that comes your way, hoping it's like, okay, I want to meet a man that will give me a reason to leave whoever I'm with. And she just kept going, like, I'm listening, and she's going on and on about how I got 2 kids. They're this age. I don't get no help. Like, I'm pretty much doing all the work and this, and the third. I'm like, so you over here by yourself or do you have family out here? She's like, no, I'm here with my husband. I was like, okay. But He don't help me. He don't do this, that. I'm like, so he doesn't work? She was like, no, he does work. He works a full-time job, but it's like he's working, and I'm working. I don't get no help from the kids. And I'm like, so then a phone call came in. And when a phone call came in, I just used the opportunity to leave. But then she tried to tell the person on the phone, like, hold on real quick, because she wanted to continue the conversation with me. And I said, no, thank you. Well, I didn't say no, thank you. I said, hey, just, have a good night. Thank you for checking me in. Right. And when I heard that, there was more that she said. I'm just kind of giving you the short version of what was told to me. But that's not how. Do you think that any man who's married to a woman like that would appreciate a woman saying all that to a stranger behind her husband's back? That's not a good representation. That conversation that I had last weekend, last night, tells me that, man, there's a back door that's open. And if I was that type of dude, I would slip through the back door and take this dude's wife away from him, knowing that I don't want her. Right. And I'm not saying that's what I would want to do, but it's like you putting yourself out there real sloppy, real janky. You feel a certain type of way, and you're treating it like it's a business, which marriage is a business. And you looking for a job before you quit your job that you're on right now. You're looking for another job so that when you find another job and creep around with this new job and everything's solidified, you could tell the old work, hey, here's my 2 weeks notice. That's kind of how you putting yourself out there. That's kind of like the vibe that I was getting from this person. Not necessarily me, right? That she was, trying to get with me or whatever. But if you're talking like that to somebody, like I've only been around you a couple minutes total on 2 different occasions, you telling me a lot about yourself, your name. Then, like last week when I checked into my room, I got a text message from my phone talking about, "Hey sir, how's everything? Yada yada yada. Is everything okay?" It wasn't from the hotel's number, because the hotel, they got a number where they can text people from a computer. No, it was from her number. And I'm like, who's this? Oh, this is such and such from the front desk from Peru. I'm like, you know, uh, I'm fine, right? But then last night, you telling me all that stuff about your husband, how you get no help, this, that, and the third. It's like now that you got your 2 kids, you looking for not probably not even a stepdad. You just looking for somebody with some paper that you like, hey man, I want to go to his house. You know what I'm saying? I want to get out of this house and I want to go to his house. Right? And I don't even know. That man was probably the reason why she's up here and they're living good, right? That man is probably the reason why she has permanent residency up here. So that is not a good representation of your significant other when you step out. You leaving the back door open so that when you say this type of stuff and talk about your significant other like that, that leaves room open for somebody to creep in. And that's not cool, right? And you got 2 kids. A lot of times when women, whether they're married or not, they get back out there after they have kids with their significant other. A lot of these women, they don't, it's like a 2 to 10 year relationship. It's like they'll stay with a guy for 2, maybe 10 years, right? 2 to 5, 2 to 7, 2 to 10. And then once they have the kids, it's like, okay, I had all my kids with this person. They want to get rid of them somehow. They're less than somehow, right? You cannot make traditional moves, which is supposed to last a lifetime, with short-minded women, right? It's insane. So it's like now that she has all her kids, like, man, I'm looking where the ball is at. No, that sounds insane to me. When I was having that conversation, I just said, "No, ma'am, I gotta go. No, ma'am, I gotta go." Then she asking me a lot of questions about me. I was disgusted. as good as she looks, I was kind of disgusted. But I'm like, damn, she got a husband and she representing him like that. She representing him like that. I'm like, salute to Sam Combo for the 99-cent donation. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna cut this live off right now. Um, a lot of people tell me that I repeat myself over and over again. So I don't want to do another rundown of what I said in this live. You already know what I said. Check out the links in the description box below for the Patreon page and the Facebook page. Join the Facebook page. I might start doing videos talking about dating and relationships. I put a poll out to see how people felt about that. Right, exactly. And this woman was, and she admitted that she was a sex worker, not just a stripper, but a sex worker, robbing and drugging people. So I don't know what she expects to get, and I think you know cleaning up your image, getting with somebody. I don't think I don't know this person, but I don't think the cheating will be as bad as it is if you know you clean up your image. Like look at Eve, right? Eve, you like the way she carries herself, you'd have never thought she was ever a rapper, right? I haven't heard this woman curse. This woman is like articulate now. She ain't using slang like that. She dressed different. She talked different. You know, I'm pretty sure she's not going through those things at home. This woman decided just, hey, I'm gonna just stay exactly who I am. And you got the results that you wanted. Or well, I want to say that you wanted, but you got the results that attracts that. All right. I'm gonna go. You guys take care. Stay safe. We'll go live tomorrow. Peace.